Hey there, day 159 of life according to YoBo. Blessings on your journey. Thank you for coming along, honey. Another day's journey. The old folks saying I'm mighty glad. Why am I mighty glad? Because I'm still here. Let me tell you, I woke up last Saturday morning. Oh, get your books at YoBoProductions.com. Woke up last Saturday morning. Some say YoBo. Go to KHOU.com, which is what I did. Watch the local news. No, this was Sunday. A woman was killed 11 p.m. driving in a head-on collision. And I saw it. I said, that sure is sad. Woman minding her business. Here comes somebody in an SUV, ran right into her and killed the woman. Looked on Facebook later that day. My cousin posted a message about her co-worker being killed. She talked about the circumstances. I said, that's that same story I read about this morning. Then I talked to another cousin. She was telling me she had to attend a wake and a funeral this weekend because her soror, her sorority sister's mother, had been killed in a car accident in a head-on collision. Same story. I thought to myself, when that woman woke up last Saturday morning, she had no idea that her funeral was going to be the next Saturday morning. That don't have nothing to do with this story. Well, maybe it does, because the title is, If There Be Any Virtue and If There Be Any Praise. We're just talking about things to think about. Praiseworthy things. I ain't deep, okay? This ain't a deep message. Just want to talk about things that happen in the real world. People with real problems. Why we sitting up thinking about crazy stuff? We thinking about stuff that could possibly happen. We're worried about things that don't even exist. Somebody getting ready to bury their mama on Saturday, killed in a head-on collision by a drunk driver on the 4th of July. People, I wrote this November 9th, 2013. People tend to spend the bulk of their time worrying. Ooh, I can't stand worry wars. Ooh, I got to go. I get off the phone. I'll save your number under do not answer. I'm talking about people who don't have no real problems. What's a real problem to me? You don't have nothing to eat, have nowhere to sleep, children don't have any clothes. Everything that could go wrong in your life has possibly gone wrong. You and your kids, and even then, in the United States of America, that's not a problem because we got shelters. You got a place where you and your children can stay tonight. You can stop at any church. They'll give you a box of food. Thank God we living in America. I'm talking about folk who, if they didn't have a problem, they create a problem in their mind. How do I know? I hate to tell y'all, because I spend a great deal of my time worrying about how I was going to feed my family and make a $749 a month mortgage payment, which, by the way, included taxes and insurance. $749. I worried about it. I laugh at myself now. I say $749. I can sell pencils. I can sell water bottles to get $749, but that's where my mind was at the time. Once I was able to upgrade myself to a better job, you know what happens when you get a better job? That means I had to get a better job, a better house. Now my mortgage payment went from $749 to $2,512 a month. Had to upgrade on my car. My car payment was $742 a month, and that did not include insurance. I had to upgrade to a better school for my children. They went from the private school in LA to a private school in La Cañada, Flint Ridge, the #2 private school in the state of California. Say, ooh, I had me some real problems. I thought I had some problems then, but I created some real bills that gave me some real stuff to worry about. Along with that came the people. Don't you hate it when everybody in your life just vex you? The people at work, got on my last nerve, Monday through Friday. Hated going to work. Then on Saturday, I was stuck at home with my family. My husband got on my nerves. Had to spend the whole weekend dealing with him and tolerating him. Only to get up, go to church on Sunday. And the saints brought out the worst in me. How is it that you have so many devils in one church? People at work got on my nerves. People at home got on my nerves. People at church got on my nerves. My mama would say, what's the common denominator in all of them? That's what my mama would say. You, YoBo. You might be the problem. But if I had to pinpoint exactly what was wrong with my life then, if you gave me $1 million right now, you say, YoBo, tell me in 25 words or less, what was the real problem back then? I wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, but fortunately, tell yourself fortunately, I was able to evolve beyond thinking about worry, about what could possibly go wrong, about the things that didn't even exist in the real world. How did I get there? I'm going to tell you how I did not get there. I did not get in the prayer line. I did not get anointed with oil. I didn't fall out in the flow and get covered with a sheet and huck-a-buck and shama. Didn't do none of that. I didn't go on a 21-day fast. I didn't bind the devil. I didn't rebuke the devil. Nope. All it took was me, myself, and I realizing that I had the power to control my own emotional thermostat. I talk about that in here. The emotional thermostat and the way it works. Let me tell you real quick. If I take that down, you got a thermostat on the wall at home. Right now, I'm sitting in Houston. It's 100 degrees outside. I got my thermostat set on 78. This house is going to stay 78 until I change it. When I go to bed tonight, I'm going to put it on 82. This house is going to be 82 degrees all night long until I change it. So when you take that emotional thermostat, you turn that bad boy to worry, it's going to stay right there until you change it to something else. You decide to be happy, change it right on back to happy. So wherever I set it, if I decided to be depressed and I changed that emotional thermostat, I was depressed until I decided I want to have a different emotion. And every time I had to set on depressed, I found something to be depressed about. Thinking back on stuff that happened 100 years ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago, stuff I can't change. That's what depression is. That's why I get away from folks that's depressed. Think about something else. Quit thinking about that stuff. That's what I did. I quit thinking about stuff that made me upset. Who help me, Jesus? Help me, Lord. The scripture says, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Think about good things. Think about praiseworthy things. Think about the fact that you still here, that you got in your car on the 4th of July. You went wherever you had to go and you made it back home safely. Think about those things. And once you set your emotional thermostat on thinking about praiseworthy things, that's one thing you're going to discover. There will never be enough time in the day to say, thank you, Master. That's how you have blessings on your journey. Starts with that emotional thermostat. We're going to do what? We're going to think about the best things. Well, I was going to put the Clark sisters on, but somehow I switched to another video by being tried in the fire. Oh, is my living in vain? Let me fast forward this. Let me fast forward. Honey, your living ain't in vain. Your giving ain't in vain. Your praying is not in vain. You better stay on this journey, honey. Let them sing some more. Is your fasting in vain? Honey, ain't nothing you do in vain. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, that's what YoBo wants you to think about. Blessings on the journey.